Hey guys, and welcome to another Factorio Friday Facts number 239. I am joined by Scarhoof again.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Excellent.
Excellent, that is great. So this one is pretty straightforward, but I really enjoyed reading this PAX East report. So they went to PAX East, the devs went to PAX East, some of them went to PAX East a few weeks ago, and this is kind of the breakdown of it. So first off though, the AMD Ryzen crashes. So there were apparently these crashes with the Ryzen processors.
That I didn't even know about this, honestly.
It was like mentioned like very briefly in a Friday Facts, I think. There wasn't like a ton of stuff about it, but they couldn't figure out what was wrong. And apparently they sent an email to AMD, and then AMD put them actually in contact with a member of their CPU engineering team, which is really cool. After a few days of discussing and the devs giving the AMD guys like all the source code and log files, they did finally fix it. They don't actually know what exactly was fixed. Like they don't know any technical or deep insight, as it was somewhere between the motherboard BIOS and Ryzen chipset drivers. So if you're running on a Ryzen system, we advise you to update your BIOS using the files and procedures found on your motherboard manufacturer website, and update your chipset drivers to the latest version. So just for anyone who does run on a Ryzen, might want to do that. But so now the PAX East report. So this part is written by Twinsen. So like I said, 2 weeks ago, our seating, V, Clonin, Hanzi, and Jury went, and obviously Twinsen as well, went to PAX East, and they say compared to Taipei,
yep.
PAX was much larger with a lot more players reacting positively to Factorio and many more people knowing the game. So they had 4 banners showing the base mentioned in a previous Friday Facts, TV playing the trailers of PCs and PCs with the first 2 levels of campaign. The first one was shortened a bit. These worked well together. The trailer got people hooked. The demo showed them what the game is about, and the banners showed them that the game is very deep and complex. So this is interesting. They noticed a few categories of people coming into their booth in order of most frequent. So it was like fans who already knew the game and just wanted to show their appreciation and like talk to the devs and such and get some merchandise.
Which they should have brought more. Yep.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, they say they should have brought more. Definitely. Groups of friends passing by our booth with one of them telling his friends, "Oh, Factorio, man, this game is amazing. You guys really need to play it." They would then proceed to explain the game to their friends. People who heard about the game and want to give it a try. People watching the trailers and having a chuckle when the biters get hit by the train. And then everyone else who sat down to play the demo either stopping after the first short level or playing all the way to the end of the second longer level.
You know, I think the most interesting of these to me is number 2, the group of friends, where, you know, they're all just walking by, you create a gaming convention, and all of a sudden one of the friends is just like, "Oh, it's Factorio, guys!" And I would have loved to just listen to everyone like try to proselytize to their friends about how amazing the game is. Because I've done that. Like, I've tried to tell like other people, you know, friends and family about it, and they just get this glazed over look like, really?
Yeah, like, what?
Are you what?
That sounds like so weird and boring. Yeah, that would be actually really interesting to have gotten, you know, a listen on some of those conversations. So they say, like last time, they didn't really get like boost in sales, which I think is fine. You know, it's still great to meet all the fans and stuff. And they have a picture here, so I'm gonna go out of full screen. You guys can click these, but this picture is pretty cool. So here's a picture. This cosplay is like out of this world. If you click on that the fans picture.
Oh, okay.
The guy in the
Factorio
suit. Yep. It's so cool. But then here, so the guy on the left, I believe, is Hanzi. This next person, I think they said wasn't part of the dev team. And then there's our seating, and then Clonin, and then V. And then this guy is obviously a fan with an epic cosplay.
Love it.
Yeah, this is super cool. I love it. So then, let's see, but they did say they got increase in sales, like when they announced the price increase and with 0.16 stable and such. And then also there's a video that Twinsen took. I'm not going to show it because there's a couple minutes long and there's music. I could mute the music, but you guys can watch it. It's linked here. I really enjoyed it. There was some really cool like cosplays and stuff shown in there. So then after PAX, Hanti Q and Jury visited New York City, while our seating and I, Twinson, went to Los Angeles, where we visited the Blizzard campus, Six Flags, and also a small meetup with a few Factorio fans here, which is awesome. One of these guys, actually, Afflixian, is actually wearing one of my t-shirts, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But so this must have been a really fun meetup for sure. And then let's see. So there's another picture of them. So then V are seating Clonin, and they also made an Imager album as well, which you guys can check out. They made a small album here. It wasn't actually Imager, but I mean that's pretty much it. That's the Friday Facts.
Yeah, and then a couple pictures, and I love that little kid pointing at the train. It's just
I was just gonna say that. That's really awesome.
One of us.
One of us, man. This is
short and sweet.
It's short and sweet, but it's really cool. I really enjoy reading these like non-game, like in-game stuff, like kind of some of the real life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like okay, so they had wow. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. So I really wish I could have gone. It looked super cool. There were all kind of games and like board games and card games and stuff. I would have just like, oh man, I would have been so overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been so awesome. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I like in the second picture they show, the one above the kid looking at the train.
Mm-hmm.
There's the guy like on the far left with the laptop. You can see he's just sitting there like, wait. Huh? Like you can just see him thinking, which is like, it's just so perfect for Factorio because I mean we all do that, you know. Just sit there and stare at the screen for like 10 minutes.
Yep. What can I do here?
What just happened? Or more like, where did the last 5 hours go?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is pretty awesome. I think that does it. Do you have any other thoughts or
nope,
anything?
Nothing else.
All right, cool. Well, still really awesome. Check out the video if you're interested. It's pretty cool. You can check out the album too. Comment on the forums if you have anything to say. And until then, until next week, we will catch you later.